Hey, hello, and welcome to this video. In this video, we are aiming to compare the classification algorithms that we have. As we all know that we have multiple classification algos that we can use on a particular data set. Now, which algo to choose is a different story, but we can also have all the classification algos working together on the data set. Now, of course, there are some high-level techniques through that, but as in fresher and new people don't have those techniques in their hand, and they are not really comfortable with complex techniques. So today, I will teach you to use a simple way of comparing the algos, and just by using the core generic level of Python, you can do this and get the results. Agenda is very clear. We are going to compare multiple algos in machine learning. We will use accuracy metrics to check the accuracy of each model for this comparison. We are only going to use the core Python for this. We are not going to import any method, grid search, or anything like that. We will use core Python for this. We are going to focus on logic regression, k nearest neighbor, naive Bayes, and svm.svc. We are also going to use decision tree, which is a very different but very powerful algorithm. I hope and I'm assuming that you already have the clarity over these algos, what they do, how they really work, and what is their code. With that assumption in mind, I am moving forward with the code part. So now we have a data set, this quadratic data set, which is very frequently used by people. I have already shown this data in other videos too. So if you have any, I have seen any video from back then, it is the same data. Let me import the pandas library, which is the core library that we're going to use, and importing the data set. Guys, this is my data set where I have passenger ID, a survive column, which is 0 and 1. It's in binary classification basically. We have T class, which is the class of the person who's sitting in the ship. And we have name, the gender, age of the person. SIB and SP stands for sibling and the spouse. We have parse stands for parent and the child. Ticket number is a combination of number and string. Fare we have for the ticket money they have paid, and as per the money paid, their class will be getting them. Then they have the cabin, which is the cabin number only. Embark is the part area of the ship. Now, guys, as you already know, survive column is our target value. We have to focus on that part as a target. Other columns we have to filter out if we want them or not, or what we need to do with which column. First of all, guys, let's check the shape of this. The shape is 891 and 12. So 891 rows are there and 12 columns are there, including the target value here. These are the column names that I have, and I am checking for the null values. As I print the null values, I observe that only 177 in age and 687 null values are there in cabin, which is a huge number. Following that, we have two null values in embark 2. I'm creating a list which is not important list. I'm dropping my passenger ID, name, ticket, and the cabin. As we move on, we are creating a function which takes the data frame and the column that you want to remove and drop it from your data set. Very straightforward and simple method. This method is created in the intention that you can even copy it and paste it in other projects and use it directly. You don't have to worry about anything. Then I will separate my survive column as we want to keep the survive column away from the independent columns. We are creating an X target which have the survive column. We are creating the X which has our independent column. I am assuming the logic why we are separating and the basic core coding of Python machine learning is already clear to you. I'm not going to go in the too basic stuff. I'm assuming that you understand why to drop, when to drop, and how to drop is clear to you. Now, moving forward, guys, I have dropped the column. I have this X and not important. After dropping it, this is the data that I get as an output. Now, you can notice that I only have one categorical column, which is sex. Apart from that, any unnoted column is removed, and this is my result. I drop the survive column for my data set. Now, target has the survive column, and this is the data set. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns here. Checking for null, and I have same null values 177 and 2. Kevin is no more there, so I don't have to worry about that. Now moving forward, guys, I will simply fill the null values of age by me. By this step and embark by the mood, I have filled the null values of these two. Now I will run and check if we have still any null values in the data set. It says 000. It indicates clearly that the null value completion, the submission is done. So we have no null values in the data set and we are good to go. Now next, of course, we have to handle the X data. Let me print my X here. So this is my X data and I have this male column, the sex and gender column. I will use get dummies to convert this to a normal data. Here we have the data set where I have converted my embark column and the gender column together into codes. Now, after doing this encoding, guys, again, very clearly, I didn't have any ordinal data here. I only had nominal data. So I can use get dummies directly. In case of ordinal data, we have to use either replacement, mapping, or label encoding. Moving forward, we are importing the train and test split with other algorithms. So I'm importing train and test split, and I will also import my decision tree from the tree, my linear regression, logistic regression, sorry, for linear model, then k nearest neighbor from neighbor, SVC from SVM, and naive Bayes Gauss distribution. Gauss naive Bayes is what I'm importing here. Then sklearn matrix, I'm using accuracy score to check the accuracy of each model. I will run the cell, and as a result, all the algos have been imported. Now, guys, next is obviously we have to, for each class, each algo that we have created, I have to create an object of it. So this is what I'm doing here. DTC, LR, KNNC, SVC, and NB are the respective variable name, object name for these algos. I'm also passing few parameters in LR as we are going it in the for loop. The max iter will give you an error that it cannot be 100 in this scenario. We have to give it as per the row size. And now we have 891. So in the round off, I'm giving 1000. Running it, all the object has been created. Notice I have done a very simple thing after this. I have created a list here. What I'm planning here is I will create all the list here. And guys, again, when we want to do this machine learning part, what we do, we fit, we predict, and we check the accuracy. This is common for each step, each model. So I can do that with an iteration too. And that is exactly what I'm planning to do here. Before that, yes, I need to split my data. So I'm creating four variables, train and test, and I'm giving it to train test split. I'm giving my x underscore and x target independent and dependent column, giving the ratio of 75 to 25, and random state is 40 here. Running this, I get my four variables value. The ratio is 75 is 25. Let's go for the fitting now. Fitting is very simple and straightforward. And if you are clear with the for loop, it will not take much effort. But in case you have any doubt with for loop, I strongly recommend revise for loop before going through this code. Now, all this dictionary that I have created, empty dictionary. Now, guys, it is an optional feature that you can create or you can remove. I'm just collecting all the values here to print it at the end. There is no particular reason for using it. You can simply eliminate this step too. There is no issue with that. Then I'm creating a for loop where I will pick model in models. Model is my list where I have these five algorithms. I will fit each algo, give my independent X target 75%, give my target 75%, and train my model. This is code training for me. Okay. Once the model is being trained, now every time one model will be picked from here and the training will happen, the fitting will happen. After fitting, each model will go to the next stage, which is prediction. I will simply, after learning the model, after training the model, I will predict the output. I will give X test and I will predict the model. This prediction goes inside my pred variable. And now, simple and straightforward. After doing these two steps, the next thing is that I will like to check the accuracy score. For accuracy score, I will give my Y target and test. That is pred. Now I'm giving my target value and the test value. Giving my 25% of the output, that is survive column, giving the predicted value that I have taken for the X test part, which is the independent 25% that I have given to my model to do the prediction here. After doing these two steps, after doing this third step, I will get the accuracy of each model. Each time after collecting this accuracy number, amount of accuracy, I will go ahead and I will print it too. So for printing, I'm only doing this simple model and the accuracy printing. So model name will be printed plus the accuracy score will be printed, and that is all I'm doing here. Remember, next thing what I'm doing is I'm also collecting these values in the dictionary. This is again an optional step. What you can do if you don't want to do it like this, you may simply go ahead and simply use a string, this string part, and use this model as a name. So I'm using this model name as a name, and this same thing can be done in this print statement too. Okay, and I'm printing the accuracy of each model. That is straightforward and simple thing that I'm doing here. After doing that, after achieving this particular fit and goal, I will run the for loop and see the accuracy of each. It is giving me an error. Model is not defined. Yes, I have not run the cell of model. So it is giving me the error. I have to run this stage. Now we knew the models. We run the split part and then we run this. As a result, I will get accuracy of each model. You may see that I'm getting different value for each. 77 distinct accuracy, and I'm getting a 80 accuracy for logistic regression. I'm getting a 67 accuracy for KNN. I'm getting a 67 accuracy as we see, and Gaussian NB giving me an accuracy is 80. Guys, you may easily notice that I'm getting the best accuracy from the knife based logistic regression. The poorest accuracy, I would say KNN and SVC are giving me the poorest accuracy. Even though if it is a too long number for you and you're not really clear which number to put for the lowest and the highest, you may go ahead and you can also try this maximum accuracy part. So I'm printing a dictionary here, which is not really important at the moment. I'm just using this get, and this will simply get me the value. So whichever algo I'm choosing, their value will be given to me. What I'm doing, guys, I'm using the max function. When this max function, let me do it like this. With this max function, I am getting the value of the dictionary. Okay, I'm getting the value of the dictionary. I'm printing an arrow, and I'm printing all dictionary, the maximum value of all the dictionary with a get. This will give me the maximum value here. I run this, I will get maximum accuracy logistic regression, which has 80. Now, guys, of course, this was hard to compare. This long number is hard to compare when the accuracy is 80 for two algorithms. We have k-nearest neighbor, and sorry, we have this logistic regression and other Gaussian distribution, Gaussian naive Bayes has same accuracy. In this way, you will not make the mistake of choosing the wrong one. Same thing goes for the minimum, and you have the SVC as the worst performer, and logistic regression is the best performer. That is how you check the accuracy. So that will be all for the video. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video, and do try this. It is very helpful for practicing. This is all from my side. Thank you.